Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers Generations Legacy Kickback. Here he is in all of his grasshopper glory, well, at least his robot glory, and I'm going to teach you how to make him from robot to grasshopper. If you're just tuning into this channel, I am Blind Prime, and I raise awareness for the blind through action figures and other alternative means and methods. And also, I try to introduce the blind to Transformers because it's personally my belief that Transformers are amazing 3D puzzles that help stimulate the mind and the hands and help with that mind-hand coordination. And these are good practice. So that's why I want the blind to find Transformers. It's good practice for them and it helps clear the mind skull. Okay, let's get into the transformation here. So first off, what you want to do is raise his arms up. There you go. Next step is you're going to twist his head 180 degrees. And then you're going to reach over here behind his head, and there's this little panel thing. And we're going to try and get this thing out. This thing is troublesome sometimes. It's troublesome. There's this little bitty flap that flaps over his head. And you got to get it right. There it goes. The flap is located right behind the back of his neck. And the hinge for it is located there. So it's going to fold up from deeper into the figure, which is going to be that cutout that you have right behind the head. And then it folds down and it kind of soft clicks into place on the faceplate of his head. So now you have a grasshopper head. Yay, grasshopper head. And we also know, judging by the location of the two eyes there, that this grasshopper head is going to be located. This is actually the top of the grasshopper, this back area where we unfolded that panel from. So that being known, we're now going to spin his legs 180 degrees, and then we're going to hyperextend the knees. Ow! Ow! Oh, it makes me grimace, because I just imagine those knees being hyperextended. Oh! Alright, so after you've hyperextended the knees, so they go up, you're going to then push the toes in place. Then you're going to reach onto the underside of him and pull out his spikes. He's got these spikes on the back of each leg. They're actually his grasshopper legs. So you just grab one of the spikes and pull, and it will come out. And then you do the same with the other leg, and then the other little grasshopper leg bit comes out. Okay, cool. That's it for the legs. The legs are done. Now we're going to move into the front of the body. So this arm is neat. It splits in half. So what we're going to do is we're going to first take the fist from his arm and flip it around so the fist goes into the hollow section on the underside of the arm, and this little bitty grasshopper foot comes out. Now, what you do is you split this arm in half, and you put the little grasshopper leg from the underside of it, or one side of it, into, there we go. And then you just kind of fold the little grasshopper leg down, and that should make it kind of nice. Let's see. Okay, so fold that like that. All right. You just got to make sure that everything is leveled out. And it may take you a minute to figure out the best position to put these two legs in on the sides, but his arms do split apart, and then the legs will kind of be flat. Like when the arms split apart, the area between the two arms should be flat against the chest area. And that should give a good range of legs. And then we're going to do the same with this side. We're just going to split it in half. Boom, split in half. Twist the fist so that the little bitty grasshopper arm comes out. And then make sure that everything is flattened across the chest area so that we get little bitty grasshopper legs going down on each side. And that should do us. It is an okay transformation. Let's see. And no. Okay, there you go. There's your grasshopper mode. It's honestly pretty crappy. I am not happy with this grasshopper mode at all. All right, so you put the longer bit of the leg, his front insect legs out on either side of his head. The shorter bits fit just on the insides. it just splits apart and lays there, and then the wings can lower down, and there you go. And you can then put the other wings into place. You can take this Tommy gun he's got, and you put the Tommy gun in the center here. And let's find the center bit. There it is. Tommy gun. Boom. Tommy gun. And then the other little wings that he comes with, you can put them anywhere on his body. I'm just going to put them on either side of his grasshopper legs. So he's got some cool leg action going on. There we go. And yeah, that's your legacy Kickback in his grasshopper mode. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about it, because I'm going to review this Transformer mode. I don't like this. I think this is a lazy transformation. And they're saying, oh, we made it like the G1 figure. I don't care about the G1 figure. I don't care about the G1 transformation. That was a crappy transformation in G1 because that's what the science and technology allowed for. It didn't allow for a more comprehensive transformation to turn a robot into a very nice looking grasshopper. No, it allowed for crap because that's what it was back then. And I'll be honest with you, G1 toys are cool, but they suck when you compare them to today. Elbows, knees, all sorts of cool little joints like butterfly joints and unique transformations that use panels and fold out things. Like you could have had an entire fold out carapace bits for this guy across his back so that his back doesn't just look like the back of the robot. It's lazy. It's just, what were they trying here? They were just trying to appease the G1 audience so strongly that they took away from an amazingly possible transformation where we got a robot that became a grasshopper, but instead we get a robot that becomes a robot with grasshopper legs? No. These transformations are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be enjoyable. They're supposed to get the brain flowing. They're not just supposed to bend knee to the G1 fan base. I'm not one of them. I like the G1 characters, I enjoy the G1 show, but I think all the G1 transformations are crap. And that's because they were crap. They were not good. And that shows when you compare them to today. And that's enough of what I have to say about Transformers Legacy Kickback. I did not enjoy the transformation, and tomorrow I will tell you why I do not enjoy the insect mode. Until next Prime.